Okay, now we have got sound. I just had to unplug and replug a plug-in. Okay, let's.
We have sound now. I've been giving you the most magnificent words.
I know
of
the
wisdom
great
for
information. Too bad you guys couldn't get it all.
10 minutes worth of just profound thoughts that just really should be written down and put in a banner in the sky to the whole planet, and you missed it. Wow, I'm so sorry. Can you hear me now?
Well, I can't tell if they can hear you now because I can't get on.
John can't get on. Plug something in.
It is not letting me. I have no idea.
You know, could you go get my laptop? Can you try on my laptop?
It's not the laptop. It's just I cannot get the right address into it.
He can't get the right URL to get on. I mean, you guys got on. You found it somewhere. So this is interesting. I feel like we should start all over. Well,
Well, yeah, we will have to start all over.
We're gonna have to start all over, you guys. But how will they know whether you're gonna have to go back to Facebook and find another URL, right?
No. I think let me just try to get on.
John's gonna try and get on. We're not panicking yet.
Well, one of us isn't. One of us is though.
Well, who do you think is panicking?
Okay,
John?
we have sound now. Somebody's texting me with we have sound. So we have sound.
Good.
We got sound.
We got sound. So I'm going to go back to my speech while he's figuring this out. I was telling you about before I realized that you couldn't hear a word I was saying, that there was this guy named Bannerman many years ago, and he ran the 4-minute mile. And up until then, nobody could run it. But once he did it, then the whole world, really the whole world of runners go, oh, it can be done. And then they did it. So this is why I was talking about our art show Saturday, why this is so important and why it's so nice to post the videos that we're doing, your paintings from our lessons. When you post them on Facebook, put them in our club, you encourage others who are going, well, they did it. They've been painting for a month or two. Maybe I can do it. It's the same idea. It's catching. Success is catching. But quite frankly, if I saw 10 or 15 people, elevating themselves down the street and flying, and they weren't doing it with any kind of machine, I'd want to know how they did it. And I would think, wow, if they can do it, I probably could do that. That's what I would think, but if nobody's done it, then you don't think, well, it can't be done. That's the thing. People tell you all the time that, only advanced painters can take your art to a certain level. We take beginner painters to really advanced paintings all the time. You do some really, really fantastic stuff. And you do that because we've broken the belief that if you're at this level, you can't get any better. You're just sort of stuck, right? And that some people have talent and others don't, because that's just nonsense. What we're always working on is imagination. Skill is something you all can learn, and you can see that the amount of time. Not everybody has time. Some people just paint for a few hours, and other people can paint every day. And this is why we probably have so many more retired people. Hey, and we came up with a good idea. I want to know what you guys think about it too, as long as I'm asking for our club members. We were thinking about maybe once a month, on a different day, like Wednesdays, we have. Send us your artwork in for help, work day Wednesday and then Saturday art show. But we were thinking it might be nice once a month to have a day where, grandkids and kids, anybody that in your family that's been painting with you, we could give them a show. Kids show day. Something like that. Maybe you guys got
But the problem is there's no weekday that starts with a K.
Yeah, John's stuck because there's no weekday that starts with a K.
So I've got to think about how I'm going to word it.
Well, maybe you guys have a better word. Help John out. I think it would be fun. I think we have enough grandparents and moms around that.
Mom's Monday.
Mom's Monday. Moms and grandmoms. No, Mom's Monday.
No, because we have grandmothers.
We have grandmothers, so we just go to, it's got, well, whatever. But we were thinking, but just an art show with the kids and say the name of the kids and how long they've been painting. And, I don't know if you wanted to put a picture of the kids with the artwork. That'd be kind of fun, too. Show the kids holding up the artwork. That'd be kind of fun. We kind of get an idea of the kid. Children love that stuff, and we love it. And, I know that, for instance, my daughter Cinnamon has a lot more children's artwork than I do. But a lot of our stuff we do, like some kids want to paint. And, so anyway, that was just something we wanted to throw out there.
Oh, throw out.
We're throwing it out there, see if you guys like it. All right, are we ready to start yet? Closer?
Well, we've got 127 people.
All right, let's go with you guys, right?
Wait a minute.
No, we're not. We're not going with you yet.
Well, it still says I don't have internet connection on my phone, so I have to be able to communicate on here. Waiting for network. Hello, hello. You know when people hold up their phone, think it's getting closer to the satellite. It helps.
Does it?
No.
I don't know. The satellite's.
I mean, you think that's going to make that much difference when the satellite's
from here to here? John's doing this with the thing, going hello, hello with his phone. So I don't understand, John. What is happening here? I'm sure no one else does either. Okay, all right. Well, you got. Let me hold this up here. See the little horsey?
Tot Tuesday.
Tot Tuesday.
Tiny Tot Tuesday.
Tiny Tot Tuesday.
Somebody write that down.
Let's write it down before we forget it. You guys, somebody write it down. Tiny Tot Tuesday.
Tiny Tot Tuesday.
All right, let's do it.
Make it Tiny Tot Tuesday.
I love it. Don't you?
I do.
What are the kids doing?
Ooh,
right?
I like Family Fridays. Ooh.
Family Fridays, because maybe it's Grandpa.
Yeah. Ooh.
Maybe it's Grandpa that's just never painted.
We have a little competition.
Family Friday. All right, we'll have to have you guys vote. Tiny Tot Tuesdays or Family Fridays? What do you guys think? Well, not everybody's a tiny tot. If we did Family Fridays, then it could be your teenager that's painting. Because I'm telling you what, a 16-year-old is not going to want their artwork put on Tiny Tot Tuesday. They're going to be upset, right?
You think? I don't think so. I think they're going to be game players.
They're going to. No, I don't think so, right? They're going to go.
Okay, Family Fridays.
Family Fridays, right?
Yep, Family Fridays.
Family Fridays. I think that's good.
And now, before we start, because it's still early. I mean, it's only 10 after.
Is it still early? I just wanted you to guys see this was our release for.
Now, wait a minute. Now that camera's not showing again.
What? Well, I'm going to hold it up here. This is our release for this week for Academy members that I forgot to mention on our Facebook page because John put it up and I forgot to tell everybody. That's our horsey. And I started to tell you the outline was done in 1616 was the sketch by some guy by the name of Jacques Colette. 16,
put it down. Now put it down below so I can see if that's working now.
1616.
All right, now it's working.
1616. So this is a two cookie lesson.
I tell you, I think we're going to give up this live stuff.
You're going to do the outline thing, and then you're going to fill it in, and that's because it was just an outline of the horse, not filled in. And I made it a dapple gray, but maybe you'd like your horse a different color. Horse of a different color. You don't know.
Ooh, kind of like the line of a different color.
Yeah, horse of a different color. So anyway, this is
horse of a different
this
color.
Is for our Academy members for this Tuesday. All right, and we're glad everybody's the colors that we're going to be using today.
Oh wait, now we have to get the palette on. Hold on a second.
There's the palette. Well, I can still say it.
Oh, you bumped the camera. No, that's good. All right, I'm good now.
I can still say it. For someone that's accusing me of being a nervous wreck, you're over there just jumping around like a squirrel in a nest of leaves.
Wait. Before you start, we have a comment. What was Ginger saying about those lovely paintings she was holding up at the very beginning? Rewind.
Oh, yeah, rewind. Okay, so, yes, I forgot, but it's coming back to me. All right.
Talk about me.
So, well, listen, I'm entitled to a few senior moments, right? I've got a few years on you. Ha ha. All right. So now, this was a sketch I did from a Norwegian artist from the 1800s for a Wave and Water masterclass, all right? This was just 8 by 10. And then here is the final painting. This will be the May release for Wave and Water. John hasn't quite edited it yet, but it should be out there within a few days. Well, hopefully we'll get it out there. I don't know. But anyway,
you always make stuff. Oh, he'll have it done in no time. No problem.
So I was going to show if you didn't want to do it that complicated, you want to do a simpler version. I thought that even though this was painted more like the artist originally did, you could fudge a lot and still get the effect. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be so detailed in all these layers, and I still think you can kind of see it's kind of pretty, isn't it? I just shortened, gave less tunnels on the bridge, made the houses a little simpler. See, this little house, a lot simpler than that one. Still is a house. It reads as a house, and houses haven't changed that much.
At least reads as a building.
It reads as a building, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, that's our Wave and Water Masterclass.
And we'll get it up as quickly as we can.
And this was 11 by 16.
Okay, so 12 by 16 for those that really want to know.
Those that really want to know. Well, dyslexic me. Years ago, back in, in
the day.
When I was in my 30s, I found myself out of funds. And I had to get a job of some kind. And I remember my ex-husband said to his dad says, well, I don't know what you're going to do. Your main skill is just talking on the phone. So how do you think you're going to get employed? Well, listen, I got employed because my other skill was shopping. I was good at that too. And so I figured out that everybody who doesn't like to shop. So I got a job selling cars back when women didn't sell cars at all. Really, there were no women, and they didn't, I was like practically the poster child for females at that one Ford dealership I went to work at. And they said, I said, what do you know about cars? I said, not a thing, but I understand buying. I understand wanting stuff. I mean, I get it. Somebody shows up here, they want to buy something, and I'm good at that, right? And so anyway, it turned out within 3 months, I had more cars out than anybody else at that dealership. All 27 guys just had their mouths hung open, right? Because guess what? I talked to the women who make the buying decisions, not the men.
Well, let's go over those colors.
Let's go over the colors. All right, this is my sort of rainbow colors, which I really is a magenta, cad red medium, phthalo blue, ultramarine blue, purple, yellow, cad yellow medium, and yellow oxide. Those really are pretty much, I don't have any browns in this.
I was going to say, there's no browns at all.
There's no browns in this. We're just going to kind of keep it simple.
Okay,
and
now.
The 10-minute painting.
12-minute painting.
12-minute, whatever it is. We're going to try to do this. So we're sorry that if it took a little longer to get up and running, but, we got a live show tomorrow afternoon. So
and it's going to be just as chaotic as this one
Well,
is.
it better not be. We have better have solved this.
Well, that's why we're doing this today.
All right. So, yeah. So
okay.
One thing we're going to, because we had to get, remember we lost last Sunday? Well, because apparently we have Xfinity up here that's the name of the brand of the cable company.
Comcast.
And it's Comcast. And so what they did was they upped their system, but the modem that we had didn't go with it, so we couldn't get out. We didn't have we had no upload speed. So then it took them till Tuesday to show up and then give us a new modem and say we're sorry. Yeah, okay. So we're hoping everything is working.
We got an $8 credit though.
We got an $8 credit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't help you guys, does it? But we did put up the painting. You'll notice that we went ahead that day and filmed the chapel painting anyway, Summer Chapel.
And
still posted it,
And people are loving it. 5,900 views on it or something.
Really doing. And remember, our Facebook members, our private club Facebook members, and our Academy members, there's a special video for you guys on how to do the stained glass windows if you wanted to put that in there. So, there.
Okay, now, before we get started, I need everybody's attention.
Yeah.
Before you post in the clubhouse your paintings, I'm going to create a link to this video so others will be able to find it. So don't post anything in there until I get the link built. I'm going to try to build it during the show so it's ready to go.
Okay.
Okay? And
yeah, we want to link back to the show because we realize that people are going to want to do this. And this is private. This is not a public YouTube thing. This is just private.
No, this is just between the Facebook and the Academy people. No one's going to be able to see it.
So one thing I want to do is I'm going to show you something real quick on the chalkboard. I know that we show this a lot, but I just wanted you to say that if I do a little kind of square thing here, right? And then I just do like that. Now, whatever I do on this side, I'll do it on that side, whatever this measurement is, right? Okay? And I'm going to find, instead of halfway down, I'm going to go 3/4 of a way down, put a little mark, and then I'm going to put a little mark here and here. And then maybe I'm going to do and I've got a pretty good vase. Do you see how you can use any rectangle? It's the same thing. If you wanted a wine glass even, right? Here's your elliptical thing here. Find the center. I'm not saying we're doing a wine glass today.
But you don't know.
But I mean, that's how you try to use, whenever you've got any kind of vases or glasses or something like that, try to use, to get the picture, to get your drawing right, do a square. Now, if you're, one thing that people do is what happens is they mess up on the oval. They'll do something like that, which what that says is that it's not looking flat. So you've got to keep these real narrow here up there. But I'm just saying if you can use these rectangles, that makes a world of difference in your drawing on. So we're going to start now. Everybody's got their colors out.
Now, one more question came up is everyone's got to be ready because they know they're on the clock on this. What brush or brushes might you be using?
Oh. Well, I
And
don't
I'm
know.
willing to bet it's going to be a ruby satin solder 3/8 angle.
That's the brush right there.
See?
That's it. That's my brush. I'm going to use that. What do you think?
And
There. What do
we'd
you
like to
think?
thank the moderators who showed up today. We have the Tech Bear, naturally, Kim Sim and Tanya. I think
Tanya.
Judy was around earlier. I'm
Yeah,
not positive.
just a big shout out to Judy. Her daughter.
No, not Judy.
Not Judy, but not Judy.
Liz.
Liz. Big shout out to Liz, who can't be with us. Her daughter's, was having some heart problems, had to go to the hospital. So.
And Mona's on today.
And Mona's on.
Mona's on.
We got Sweden on.
We got Sweden.
We got Sweden on. Oh, you guys, guess where? Guess who we had? We had some. I got to tell you, we had somebody.
Before we start.
Signed up from Switzerland the other day for our academy. I want to welcome all our new academy members, Switzerland. And then I had another person from India. We got a bunch of India. A lot of people from India.
Yeah.
And then, anyway, we're getting really global. We were looking up this idea of getting a map with you can put pins in and put pins in where everybody was. But, you think that would be easy. It's not. This is not a simple thing. It's like a 2-hour project, so we gave up. All right. Am I ready? Just seemed like a great idea. Are we ready to go?
You got your timer set?
I'm going to set my timer. Are you guys ready?
12 minutes.
12 minutes.
Let's just see. What we want to do is see where everybody gets at 12 minutes.
Yeah, 12 minutes, right?
And nobody knows what we're painting, except Ginger.
All right. Ready? All right. So I'm going to come up about... Go.
Go.
Right? I'm going to come up 2 minutes, about kind of
about
center
2 minutes?
2 fingers. I'm going to come up about 4 fingers from there. All right. And I'm going to just go ahead and draw my little bowl in. I kind of gave you a heads up on this bowl here like that, right?
That was a hint.
Kind of come up like that. That was sort of the hint, right? I'll just draw that in with chalk. That to me is a little easier, okay?
I expect to see this chatting to slow down, people. You should be painting now.
Okay, so now we're going to just start with the damp brush, not a wet one. And remember, the reason I tell people to use these, an old beach towel or an old towel is because paper towels, which you'd think you would want to use, they don't absorb enough water. They just really are unsatisfactory. All right, so I'm going to just take my angle brush like this, kind of flatten it out so I don't have any globs of paint on it. And I'm going to go on the outside of my chalk. Now that's a new trick. I'm going to go on the outside of my chalk because going over chalk, it's like trying to paint over sand. So we're just going to say we're going to outline.
You do that so easily and effortlessly.
Well, see what I'm doing? I'm putting it and then I'm twisting it. See how the brush strays? And if I was painting it on a wall, the brush would still twirl.
I'm lucky just to be able to hold on to the brush.
Well, this is kind of comes with practice. And years ago when I was a kid, I was at summer camp.
My paints are downstairs. Kim Sim.
Wow. Okay. What can we say right here? Gonna just gonna just make this a little wider right here. I didn't do my square. If I was doing my square, I would have done it. All right. So there's my bowl. Now, when you're painting a glass bowl, one of the tricks is if you want it to look like glass, is to paint is to have some of the background color with it. We're going to change something a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit of orange color, and I'm going to come under here like this. Put that in here. A little bit of magenta with it now. I'm going to cut. My green's dry, so I can get away with that. Maybe a little white. My green's dry, and I'm just going to come around here and give myself a little bit more room. Now, here's the trick. When you're doing that, come right up to the edge of your white so you don't have such a fat white line. You can do this and just sort of paint that line out, see? So one of the ways to get a skinny line is to do that, okay? So now I'm going to take a little bit of I think in this case, for this one, I'll take a little bit of magenta right here and indicate there's a bottom, kind of a shadow on the bottom of the bowl, like that. And then I'm going to come out this way underneath here, leaving my white line. Maybe take a little bit of purple with that, a little bit of darker here, and just sort of sneak it out here like that, okay? Then I'm going to take a little bit of this, going to just rinse the brush real quick, and take a little bit of, I'm in the greens over here. Do you see that on the wall here? I'm in the greens over here, so I'm going to take a little bit of dark green here, and just sort of, again, thin up my line on this side. And as long as I'm doing it in the greens, I might suggest some stems going into here like this. Try not to have some crossover. They don't have to be so perfect, but they need to kind of touch the bottom of the, they need to touch the bottom of the vase. Okay, like that. There's some stems on some flowers, right, like that. Okay, and then I might put a little green right there, like that. Just, let's put a little white with that too. Just a little light green, like that. See? There, see how I'm giving the appearance of a glass? Okay. Yeah, I like that. So I was in the green, so let's come up here like this, and let's add some green leaves, and the kind of, let's put a couple here like that. A little bit of phthalo blue and yellow. Nothing too clever. Just using the edge of it and kind of giving it kind of variegated stuff like that. That's nice. And let's take a little more of the blue, yellow oxide, still the same color. A little bit of white, kind of more some blue. Let's put some leaves like that. A little bit more in the blue tones, in other words, not so yellow. Just, we're changing plants, I guess is what I'm saying. A little bit of phthalo blue and white. I'm going to put some leaves like that. There we go, like that. And then maybe let's get one coming around here like this. Okay. Then I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to say out here, I've got a little funny little one of these green ones coming out this way. Okay. Let's see, kind of a little bit of ultramarine blue now, and kind of get a little darker outline. The trick with these angle brushes is keep the paint kind of flat on them. Okay, I'll just make that a little darker. Just, there we go. Just say that's a little darker here. There, okay, now, so far so good? And you're going, wow, that's cool, right? Now, what else could we do? Well, I'm in green, so if I want to put any flowers, I'm going to have to, I could probably put some white ones. I'm going to come up here like this. You guys have seen all the white ones we do, using just the corner of my brush. Now, if I'm going over the leaf, if we're going over something wet, you can do it. Here's the trick. You can do it, but you almost have to get new paint each time, because if it's like stepping on thin ice. All right, you've got because your brush is going to want to pick up that wet green, so you can get away with it if you're careful. How's that? If you're careful, you can get away with that. Absolutely, but not as easily as you'd think. So here's some of these little white flowers. Okay, I think I want one over here. Just suggest a white flower. Now I'm in the white. Now where else could I put a little white? Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to suggest that there's a water line here in the vase. It's got to go over the flowers like that. But the back side of it will be a little bit lighter green. It'll be green, a little bit more yellow, the back side of it, and it'll come this way, and it'll go behind those stems. So there, okay, so I've said there's some water in the vase, just doing that. And then, if I want, I can take a little bit of that peach color, and like for instance on this side, and just do a little darker line under there, maybe like that, under that, just give it a little bit something like this. Here, that's nice, and maybe something like that. There you go, as long as I'm playing with the colors. Okay, so I want those colors, and I want some magenta flowers. I'm going to come out here, same kind of flower, doing this pretty quick, right? About 5 minutes, I think we can do it. Some magenta flowers maybe here. Okay, because remember, red doesn't like wet green. It starts to go, dull. So if your paint hasn't dried, you've got to just take a moment and dry it. Okay, that would be what I would tell you to do. All right, let's. For instance, like this is too wet to try to do cad red medium on. Okay, I'm gonna take a little purple and white, and get a few little purple flowers over here, like that. I can kind of. We're getting a little cluster of those. Okay, let's come on up here and do one. Oh, let's put one here. I like that. Let's stick one over here too, little purple flowers, and we'll make some a little darker. And depending on where you put your background will depend on what kind of flowers you're picking. Does that make sense? So, all right, so I've got a second or so. I need I'm going to have to dry this real quick. All right, but I want to just, before I do, I want to come up here like this, come up to this vase, get that vase color again, whatever that underneath color is in here like that, and maybe do something here in front, kind of brighten this up. That's pretty. And let's see, another little bit of little accent color like that. Okay, so now we're going to dry this real quick. You ready for that?
Yep, go ahead, dry it. All right, while she's drying that, I've got a post ready to publish as soon as we get done here. And what I'm going to ask you to do is when you're looking for it, if you have to do a search, you're going to search for hashtag 12 minute. I'll post it to the top for a little bit, but after that, you're going to look for hashtag 12 minute, and you'll be able to find the post that I want you to add a picture of what you've done and how long it took you to do it.
Okay, ready? All right, so the one thing I want to do is I've decided I want a little goldfish in my picture. So here's the shape of it in case you want to know. It's an eye shape with a little tail going off like this and a little fin like that. Okay, everybody's with me? Goldfish.
Cute.
Okay, so we're in a kind of guppy goldfish. Doesn't have to be great. Okay, so we're going to just kind of a little eye shape. Football shape. Who hasn't held a football? It's a football shape. Fish. And then he's got a few little fins coming off like this. You don't want to see much of the top fin like that. There's our little goldfish. All right, so I want to say he's swimming, so I'm going to take a little of that purple color and make a little dark shadow under here, and then that will show that he's floating. See, like that. Now, when he dries, I'll paint him a color. Right now, he's staying white. So now, in the meantime, back at the ranch, we're going to take some Cad Red Medium, and we're going to do some of those flowers, little orange flowers, a little bit of white in it, a little bit of yellow, and let's see. Okay, that's nice. Do a few more in here.
That's a pretty color. A little peachy.
Yeah, it's a kind of a peach color. Peach is really yellow, orange, and white. Cad Red Medium is an orange red.
So it kind of heads you in the right direction to start with.
Yeah, so it sort of kind of brings this color back up here. And I want a few of these flowers. Oh, I think I want one over here in this group. Maybe up here too. And how about one down here? Kind of just tucked down here a little bit. All right, so there's some good flowers. I might come back with pure color now. Just pure color and just dot on just in a couple places. We might draw it on a little bit brighter. Just a few dabs. Okay. All right, there you go. So it's a little bit brighter. Now, I think we have to have a yellow goldfish for it to show up because I've got a pink background, right? So it's going to have to be gold, and so yellow oxide and yellow probably are going to be his colors. But you could do something else too. Let's see. Make it a little bit golder.
Could put a beta fish in there, a blue one.
You could have put a blue one would have been better even. I'm sorry I didn't think of that. Well, you guys think of that.
I did think of it.
Yeah, but they didn't think of. Maybe they'll think of it too, because I didn't think of it, right? Because that little yellow one isn't showing up at all, is it? Well, nope. All right. Sorry.
Not. Kind of sunk in there.
He just doesn't show up, right? So let's see. I'm gonna just here. Well, we're just wherever there's a light, there's a dark. Let's just lighten him up here. Here, let's just give him a little bit of light here. There, okay. There he is. Now the trick is you take a little bit of this green stem and you put it back over him like that. See? So it makes it look like he's, you know how they like to swim around, these guys, kind of in between the...
gives it a 3D look.
Yeah, and I'm going to give him a little tiny eye right here. There, he's got a little eye.
So you can see where he's going.
Yeah, needs to see where he's going. But I think, John's right. A different color fish might have been better. As long as we're doing that, let's take a little bit of yellow and kind of a combination of cad yellow oxide and cad yellow medium. And let's do some yellow centers on our flowers. Now, if you had to do like a Mother's Day's coming up this weekend, you need a Mother's Day card and a big fat hurry.
There you go.
A little Mother's Day card and a big fat hurry, right? And then look, we're going to do this. We're going to take a little white here. Now this is watch this. We're going to flatten out the brush right like that. And then here's your water line here. Just make sure you see it, right? Above the water line, because this is a glass vase. Some white highlights, see? Yeah, see, it looks like a vase, right? You don't need to do much of that, right? And you guys, we've almost got liftoff here. We'd have these little green flowers on. We're almost done here. It's been like 10 minutes, but I want to just, when acrylic's dry, you got to go back and kind of, pop the colors to see what happened. Sometimes when they dry, they're just a totally different thing than what you had before. So we're going to just...
Totally different. So they're not paint anymore? There's something else?
Well, no, they're just the color changes, John.
Oh, okay.
And it's very frustrating because you think you're almost having a senior moment. Well, I could have sworn I painted in this colors that there's somebody in my studio fooling around here. I'm going to lighten up those a little bit, these flowers right here. A little bit on the stems coming up here like that. And what I like to do, because I don't want to talk about the vase and what's in there, and the green, right? I want a dark color. And I want to just come around here. Here's our timer, but I want to just come kind of in here. And I think in this one, I did, there's my buzzer. That's been 12 minutes. Now I'm going to that's 12 minutes, okay?
That's not bad.
All right, that's
theoretically it's done.
Yeah, so then I would just want to come up and do a few more things, right?
Just touch up here and there.
Yeah, just maybe.
All right, guys, so there's your 12 minutes.
Maybe do something like that in here like this.
Maybe take a picture of where you are now so you'll have something to say. This is what I got done in 12 minutes, and then finish it off and let us know how long it took you when you post your picture on the post.
Yeah, see, I just thought I'd do something like that, some sort of little light green little, just some stuff, you know what I mean? Just some stuff from the plants going up here like that, something. Yeah,
the background was painted. Ginger did an intro video to this challenge that's out there on Facebook land somewhere. So you can figure out how she did that. So the background was ready to go.
There's a little brighter white right there. Okay. Now I'm going to show you. Let me just make sure I have this like that. All right. So there's my vase, and I've got. Could you do a little bit more here, like underneath it? Just a little bit more of the shadow here underneath the vase, like that. Maybe give this a little bit more body. But there you go. I think that's kind of cute, don't you? And I'm not sure I wouldn't like a little bit of contrast. Well, you know what? We didn't put any yellow in those purple ones. I guess I didn't do enough yellow centers, but I think I'd like, on those purple flowers, I think I'd like almost a little more contrast on some of them. They're just not showing up. This is what you go back and do. This is why you go back and play with your picture sometimes. So you go back and you say, well, was this showing up, this little purple flower? Did it show up? Wherever there's a light, there's a dark. So if you've got purple flower that isn't showing up, just change the color like that. Okay, so I'm going to show you the one that I did when I was designing this picture for you guys, okay? Because your rainbow backgrounds are all going to be different. Here's one I did, and it's got the orange goldfish, but I had more of a purple in here, so the orange showed up, all right? You see that? I mean, it's basically, essentially...
So you really want to match your flowers to your background.
Yeah, that would be the thing. You want, and this is dry now, so I can put this flower, maybe even put another one right here, like that. This is dry now, so I've got these flowers in here, right? And again, my goldfish is... So
he worked in the first one because he's behind purple. He's in front of purple.
Yeah, but this one didn't work as well. I almost have to give him a little shadow on the bottom here like this so that you see him. Just say he had a little bit of shadow like there. So if I give him a little bit of a tummy, it looks a little bit better.
It helps him stand out, yeah.
Because this, again, it's all down to wherever there's a light, there's a dark. And sometimes you can take two on a glass vase like this. It doesn't have to be white. you can use like a light green here for some of this, and you know what I mean. It doesn't all have to be a white white outline. Sometimes you can pick up a lighter color in your background and do that. Here, there you go. There's our little stems. So anyway, I think they're both kind of cute, don't you guys?
Absolutely.
And that's what we did in 10 minutes. I think that's pretty good. And so if you're just looking for something, this is almost kind of a doodle, but you know, that's what I'm talking about. Once you get pretty comfortable with your imagination about what you could paint, then you're more comfortable with, you know, doing stuff like this. And
now, this video will be available again for replay in the Facebook group, and it'll be over on our Academy for the members. And you can do it then if you've missed out on what was going on during the actual live broadcast. And when you're done with your painting, take a picture of it and post it into the comments.
yeah, see, I almost want to bring a little bit of this green here, just in the front here.
Please don't put anything in there until we get ours put in there first.
Okay, so I'm going to put a little green back in here.
Posted
I just feel like a little green in here. I did it in the other, and I kind of like it. You may not, but I kind of like a little bit of green here like that in front. Kind of bring your eye in there. All right, so that's what we've got, you guys, and that's a trick of painting. I think this is a great example of how to paint glass, because your glass is reflecting whatever's behind it. You know, so you got to remember that when you're painting it. There's our little 10-minute paintings. We probably will maybe even send one of these out to a good home. Maybe tomorrow, should we do this on the live show? Do a giveaway on one of these?
Oh, I don't know yet. I haven't decided.
John's thinking about it. You guys tell him what you want us to do. He's confused. And then we'll be live tomorrow, our regular time, and you know, for the
And what's our regular time?
2:30 on Sunday.
2:30 on Sunday.
You know,
Sunday. Oh, sorry. All right, so that was our little quickie. So we found out that we cannot do live on Facebook directly, so don't ever expect us to do that.
I think we could do one camera, just like a quick drawing lesson or something. But it's just really not worth it, you know.
I couldn't get a good feed when I was trying to do just my single picture and my camera. It wouldn't do it. Still wet down there, isn't it? No?
What's it? Yeah, you're right. Still wet. Let's try this one. I thought maybe it was the pen. Oh, we signed this one already. So I just need to sign. Come over here and sign it. There. Ha-ha. I fooled it, right?
Just had to find a dry spot.
I found a dry spot. Posca pens really don't work very well over wet paint, okay?
I wonder why that is.
Well, then it's not designed to do that. Actually, I like the second one.
Yeah, definitely do your, you know, if you guys are just starting off and haven't done the challenge yet, do your background first. Don't put the timer to that. Make sure it's good and dry before you start. I'll try to find a link to that.
Yeah, make sure that you know.
So you can see that. We'll put that in the top of the post. I put 2 spots in there, reserved my spots.
So listen, I'm very curious to see which one of these you like the best too. Very curious which one of the you like.
We can do a little poll on that in the
the club too. But I mean, you can see that there we go. So we started off, with a. I think this is fun to do, and I think it'll bring more confidence. And if you can take away a wonderful thought here today is that. The wonderful thing about painting, you guys, it reverses, it's been proven, it reverses aging in the brain. So just, a lot of things, they composing music and painting were the 2 things that said reversed aging in the brain. So I think even if you were terrible at it for the rest of your life and just doodled like this, it doesn't really matter, really. I mean, you consider the benefits. What are the benefits? And at some point, you're going to get better. So how's that? And thanks for watching. We love you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Yeah?
Denise, you just asked about the paintings before the sound. We did that in there. Rewind this. It's about the wave and water. Also, the other one I wanted to show you, too, was our auction is finishing up today and tomorrow. And this one, on this little one that was done completely with a palette knife, and we've got a speed painting of how I did this on YouTube. And I want you to see on this little stretch canvas for 6x8, this is one of my favorite paintings in the collection. We never did a real lesson on it.
and we never really did a lesson on it. We just did a little speed painting on it. And I just really, really like this painting. And I hope you guys do too. But I was going to tell you, if you hadn't caught that one, it's kind of down at the bottom. That is adorable.
Kind of hate to see that one going.
So anyway, just wanted to give you a heads up on that.
Okay, do you have anything else you want to say to the fans?
No, but what was my new thing about what we wanted to put on our Academy?
Why do you come up with this stuff now?
He's going, where do we put that? Because I want to put this all over our website, this saying. I want to put this on, you know. You know, I think it goes something like... No. Well, we'll tell you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. We'll tell you tomorrow.
It's a cliffhanger.
It's a cliffhanger. We'll tell you tomorrow. All right.
It's going to be on tomorrow's exciting episode.
Happy Mother's Day next month. I hope that
Happy Mother's Day next month.
No, it's next Sunday. So maybe you'll get these done and be able to give them to your mom or something.
Yeah.
What do you think? Or if your mom, give them to yourself. Go, Happy Mother's Day to me. Bye.
All right, Sammy, take us home, buddy.
I'm a student, I say with glee, of Ginger Cook's Academy. Take your time and do not rush. Use ruby satin, silver brush. Don't use black and mix the green. Learn what blend and grayscale mean. Yes, I hope each day to earn coaching praises as I learn. I'll be an artist, wait and see. Ginger means the world to me.